So I'll give you like sort of the 2-minute journey dance, okay? So you're going to come into the space and you're going to find your way and just kind of be in your body and start noticing where you are in the space and yourself. And then we're going to come down. We do a little invocation prayer, like whatever you need right now. Prayer is a weird word, so I call it, we do an invocation. So today, may I be in my body, may I feel my feelings, may I heal whatever needs to be healed, etc. And, may I be of service to the world, because right now we all need that so badly. So then we're going to kind of come in and we're going to get onto the floor and we're going to do what I call the embodiment series. And we're going to roll and we're going to pour and we're going to stretch and we're going to feel all the surfaces. I call it total surface area dancing. Then we're going to awaken and come into the spine and we're going to find sort of like, these I call it animal dancing, low dancing, where your spine can undulate and move and you can drop into places that you don't normally go into, et cetera. And then we come out of that and we rise up in this particular, like super organic, everything's super organic, no rush, no steps, just we follow kind of the flow of the music. And we rise up into what we call immersion, which is where we kind of find our real, like what is happening in this body right now. And after we immerse, which is like slow flow, like watery movements, then we start looking around. Oh, look who's in the room. Oh, okay. Hello, 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 hello. And then we start like activating that hello. And when you see other people, you start everyone lights up. Like, I don't even know how else to describe it, but we light it up. And I look at your face and you look at my face and we're making shapes together and we're creating and our bodies are moving. And we call that funky connection. And we do quite a bit of that to really get like the energy. It's really an energy work. So the energy is now up and high and we're cranking and we're cruising and we're seeing each other and we're in groups and we're by ourselves and we're, in a big group and we might like go off into little pairs and really just interact with each other with the body. And then it's all being led, with a light guidance, okay, of the teacher. Then now that we have what I call safe container / sacred container, energy container, we drop in. And this is where we do the emotional process work. And I call it evocative emotion. So now we're in the next phase. So here's where things get really interesting. Okay. So the bookends of Journey Dance, the first part is mostly the same. And then the end, when I get to it, I'll tell you. But this part is where things get interesting. So I will play a song that is, all orchestral. And we'll feel that, dramatic grief that comes from the violin or the cello, or we'll have like a voice, or some lyrics that are so evocative, and we'll tell our story to the dance floor. This is where we start really doing the telling your story. So everyone kind of goes off on their own now, and we're all just telling our stories to the dance floor. I could play something super gritty and like bring that frustration, anger. Sometimes, these things, rage could even come to the surface. But it all is being processed through this dance called Tell Your Story to the Dance Floor. I have many different versions of this. That's where Break Out of the Box comes in, and we build a box and we break out of it. And we use our mind and our intelligence with the body and the emotions. It's like a whole fusion right here. Okay. And this is where the process work happens. So that's called evocative emotion. After we stir up all this gunk, then what do we do with it? Oh my God, I'm not going to leave you that way. Don't worry. So then we go into what we call the alchemy section. And the alchemy section is where it has a very shamanic feeling. If you know what that word means, like altered state, we call it alchemy, where like we're going to turn this stuff that we just discovered into something else. So we're either going to have it be transformed through the element of fire, through the element of water. We're gonna shake. We're gonna release it. We really go into this deeply. This is the big kind of crescendo of the work. If you know 5 rhythms, it's similar to chaos, but with a psychological overlay that I'm doing, like offering meet your inner guide right now. So I might say something like, okay, now that we're totally present, we know what our stuff is. What would your inner guide say to you right now? So we step out of ourselves and into the other space. So like I'm here and I'm here. I'm having a conversation with myself on the dance floor. I'm clearing my energy. I'm giving myself what I need. I'm cutting old cords. I'm doing the work on myself. It's super, super self-imposed therapeutics in a sense. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You with me? Okay, great.
Yeah,
so
I am.
Once that's complete, once that's all complete and we feel like we're really empowered, we go into empowerment celebration, which is now okay, what do I want to do with all this? Now that I have all this energy, I've cleared, I've looked at, I've embraced some of my pain, I've felt some of my anger, whatever it is, whatever layer we're at, and it's always different. The layers are going to change and change and change. Then we're going to go into celebration. I've done it. I made it through the tunnel. Woohoo! And we start playing a little bit again. Bring that joy back in, bring that sort of memory that even though this is my story, it isn't actually the truth, right? The truth is that I'm still this amazing soul in a body having a journey, and I'm going to celebrate that. Okay. So we play like epic music. It could be all over the place, from like, real party music, like from dance floor, like, big room dance floor, dance house stuff, all kinds of music. And then we go into the next section, which is heart. So we kind of, after celebration, we drop into heart, and at heart, everything starts to come full circle. And I'll play some music, and the Journey Dance teachers will play some. It is still evocative, but it's a different flavor. It's like a sweet flavor of evocative. So we're like, okay, where's my heart right now? And we come into the heart, and these are some of the most beautiful dances you've ever seen. And I bring scarves in because I've studied psychodrama, and I love using the scarves to represent either your heart or your inner child or something really special to you. So you dance with the scarf, or use your hands, and then you let it open, and you really listen to the heart. Let the heart start talking to you. Okay, so I might say, what does your heart have to share with you today? Or what does your heart need? Or have you been nice to yourself? Because sometimes we're so hard on ourselves. It doesn't even make any sense anymore, how hard on ourselves we are. But it's, again, conditioned through experience and pain. And when trauma arises, our nervous system goes into an overload, and we shut down. So we don't often talk to our heart. So we do this heart conversations, and sometimes we work in pairs, and we have a really deep experience with another human being. These are some of the witnessing dances, we call them in Journey Dance, where I'll say, okay, Leslie, you're going to dance for me. I'm going to hold space for you, and you're going to dance. So I'll just be here holding space, and you would be expressing, and then we would switch, and you would hold space for me, and I would be expressing. And there's something about being heard. Now that I've done all this process work, now I can really be heard. And after that is completed, we go into what we call prayer. And I love the word prayer. I am not a religious person. I have never been a religious person. I've tried every spiritual path you could imagine. I've read many, many books from many different religions, including all the Judeo-Christian and some Islamic. I've read lots and lots and lots of religious text, Buddhism, everything. And I think prayer to me means your personal connection with source, spirit, energy. So we'll go there, and we'll start to feel, what is the energy? Where am I today? And the music is like super, expanded, and it has this, quality of upliftment to it. And then we go and we close our eyes, and we go deeply into our own prayer dance, we call it. And then we come into the earth, and we give it back to we call her, her, Gaia, the great mother, whatever you want to call her. We go back to the earth, and we drop in super deeply, and we just let everything go. And we just become, that's kind of the end of the journey. And we come back home.